George from ENA here. Come and check out my new water for the year. So I'm just going down to the lake to pick up my new ticket. Absolutely buzzing. The lake holds some mega fish. So why not join me each month for Noddy moments, key chatter, and hopefully plenty of fish along the way. This is ENA Blogs, the series with George. Here we go then. What is it? 20 past 4, Thursday, 1st of April. It does look good for a bite. It's quite overcast still fairly warm, so hopefully the fish are starting to wake up. The geese seem to be pooing everywhere again at this time of year, so that's always nice. Walking through it, getting it all through on your bloody ground sheet and everywhere. So we'll see what happens. I think if we get a bite, if we get something working, I know that works, and obviously we can go off it. So yeah, let's just see what happens, go from there. Sam Hearn, with his lucky Carpy jumper on. Shit himself again.
The lucky jumper pays off again.
Got one of the name fish, haven't you? First here we are, back down for the second session. I brought Noddy Sam with me this time, just to help me catch the more bream. We've turned up this morning, and then the area that's been producing the fish is pretty empty, so we've jumped in the most productive swim over the Easter weekend. Guy next door's already had one, so it's looking fairly decent that they're still up here and feeding as well. Beautiful sunshine, bit of a breeze, nothing too strong, which is good. Just got the rods out, hopefully we'll have a couple this session. Sam's already slipped up on his arse and nearly broke his rod, which is funny, so expect some more funny moments like that, I reckon. Huh? Yeah, that's pretty much it really. We'll give you an update later on. Last session obviously finished with the 6 bream and an eel, which wasn't great. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Speak to you soon. Oh yeah.
New merch available? Not yet. ENA. Cheers, Amine. Not what we're after, but cool little roach.
got one of the name fish, haven't we? First bite. It's been what? About 2-3 hours since we put the rods out. Found a little gravel spot just in the margin. A few handfuls of chops around it. And yeah, it's bobbing slapped up against the bite alarm. It's not taking any line, so I was like, oh, it's a bream. And it starts pinging off some reeds. I'm like, oh, it's definitely a bream. And then it gets closer and closer, and it's yeah, it's one of the name fish. It's got a bit of a lump on it, which is known to have. So when that come up, I was like, oh, wobbly knees, and Bob's your uncle, it's in the net. Lovely. Here we are, 29.14, just tiny bit under 30, but I'd rather be true than lie about it, because to be fair, it's an absolute chunk. The bite didn't do it justice, to be honest. It was only like 10 yards out for the whole of the fight, so I mean, it's got some big weight behind it. Just in the margins, literally couldn't believe it. Yeah, absolute bruiser. It's one of the name fish, it's called Rocky. It's a bit of a bruiser. Got some sores on like this side closest to me, but yeah, it's an absolute brute of a fish. Seen some proper rugged days, but it's why we come to Broadlands, because the fish are just so rugged and just bruises. Yeah, let's get him back. Tiny bit under 30, but nonetheless, great way to start the session. Absolutely buzzing. It's just good that Sam, the Noddy, can join me for this, because if you have it on your own, it's alright, but when you've got someone else next to you, it just makes it a whole lot better. So thank you for doing the pics on the vid, Sam. I'm sure it will look amazing. Let's get it back and hopefully we can have another one. Not that way, you're gonna spook, you're gonna spook. Go on. Good lad. Get in there. Lovely jubbly. Right, so I'll just run you through basically what I'm using. So simple. Normally use it for say 95% of my fishing when I'm fishing over clean areas, and it's basically as simple as you get. Just a curved shank with a bit of shrink tubing on, a bit of silicone on the shank of the hook just to kick it away. I find the silicone attached with the actual shrink tubing just kicks it every time it turns in. If you've got a curved shank hook, it literally is deadly. Hook holds literally right in the bottom of the lip. I don't want to say that I've lost a fish, because I don't want to jinx it, but that is the case at the moment. 100% ratio I've landed, in conjunction with obviously just a standard lead clip straight through obviously to the main line, and a 3.5 ounce lead just to set that hook nice and deep when it obviously does hook hold. Bait wise, currently using a test bait from Ultimate Carp Nutrition. It's quite a dark bait, quite rich in flavour, and a lot of enzymes. I can't say too much more about that, but yeah. And on top of that, I'm using just some hard hookers, obviously to match the bait at the moment that I'm using. You can obviously buy the hard hookers in the different flavours that are available from UCN at the moment, and that's just glugged in some of the spicy liquid that they also sell as well. So go and check that out. Really good baits. I wouldn't go anywhere without them. Me and Sam and we just literally mop up all our fish on this bait, and it seems to be doing really well. So what I'm doing is literally just a handful of baits, just chops. Obviously these are quite a big bait, so when the chops, they're still fairly decent size, so no nuisance fish can kind of get them in, but just provides a lot more scent in the water when they're broken up instead of having that time to break down. I find it's a good way to get a bit of a quicker bite, because that scent is straight through that middle of the boilie instead of the crust around it having to break down first and then all the scent coming out. So that's what I've been doing, and that seems to have got me the bite so far, just in the margin. So put it out there and see what happens next. Sam Hearn, he was lucky Carpy jumper on. Doing his wizardry potions, wrapping up. Lovely backside of the old swan in the air as well, lovely. Shit himself again.
The lucky jumper pays off again. Get in there. I'm a happy boy now. Might just go and have my cup of tea. It's trying to snow.
It is literally snowing as we speak.
It's a good cup of tea, that, Georgie boy.
Lovely, mate.
We're happy. Get the rig out quickly before we deal with the fish. He had a good battle actually, so just let him rest up. Oh my god, it's actually snowing. Hopefully you can see that on the lenses. See it that way, probably, George. Mad times.
Can't really see it, to be honest.
That was, of course, on the old UCN. Do I go anywhere without it? Of course not. Bang! We are off the mark. I am so happy. We've seen fish coming out all around this bay we're in this morning, and I was getting a bit upset, to be honest. And I persevered on my spot out towards the island, and yeah, off he. Well, it was a funny bite. It wasn't a rattled off. It was a big drop back, obviously close to the island, so anyway, he can go swim back towards us. But yeah, lovely 23.5 pounder, absolutely gorgeous common. So I've got the rod back out there. It's only about just after midday. So yeah, of course, obviously all on the UCN. It was actually on a yellow topped pop up on a 18mm hardened bait. So wind. A bit awkward to hold this one. But yeah, very happy. Lovely times. What are we on? 4th, 5th of April?
Yeah.
Freezing cold. It's been snowing here this afternoon. You wouldn't believe that, but it has. And yeah, first one for me, second one for the team. Probably this lucky jumper. Off she goes. Go on, girl. Nice. Carp on the hands, the arms. Yeah!
Yeah, so there we go. 18 pounds on the nose. Early this morning, just before the sun came up. Very icy this morning. Must have got down to about -1 last night. I had ice on the inside of the brolly. But nonetheless, quick overnight here, quick bite. Just before we got to pack up. Let's get some pictures done, then we'll head off home. Lovely. So, turned up 20 minutes in. Got first bite, which is always nice. Just popped down for my 5th session, I believe it is. Just another quick overnight here. Got to be off before like 7:15 tomorrow morning, so it's not too bad. It's just gone 6:20 now in the evening, so yeah, it's good to get a bite from the off. It's only a little like double common, so it's not a bad fish. Give me a good old run around. So yeah, it's looking good for the night ahead. I mean, it's not a blank 20 minutes in, so yeah, it's looking good for another bite as well. I finished the last session. I got done off the margin rod, literally pulled up tight, and the leg clip or the leg clamp out the lead clip. So yeah, it was just one of those sessions really. I just missed the chance, and that's it basically. A quick overnighter. If you're just fishing for one bite and you miss it, then that's it. You just got to move on. At the moment, it's been quite productive up in this area, so I'm quite lucky to be up here. Yeah, we'll just look forward to see what happens through the night or rest of the evening, and go from there. Let's get this third rod back out because I ain't had time yet. So here we go, literally just putting the umbrella up, and the left hand rod I've literally just put out, it's literally gone within about 10 minutes, so got a fish in the net already. Still waiting to do pictures, so feels like a bit of a better fish this. Right, just concentrate, literally try and get it in, but there's no rush. Put all the hard effort in to try and get the bite, so be a 30. And of course, the third take in quick succession is old Remy the Bream. Third take, thought it was a ripper, turned out to be a lovely slimy bream. Just to bring things back to breamy reality, they are still in here, and they do take big baits. So let's get everything else sorted and get the rods back out. So it's a good kind of carnage at the moment. Just had a bream on that rod. Just got the one rod left back in, and I've got two fish in the net. One looks like a chunk, and yeah, the other one's just a small double. So let's get the everything sorted because it's a bit of a mess. We'll do some pictures and then yeah, sit back, have a cup of tea, celebrate not blanking. Hey! However, we have got a bream, so just to bring things down a little bit. Calm everything down, they are still in here, so yeah, let's try and get everything sorted, get the rods back out, and hopefully we'll have a catch up. So after 20 minutes of being in the water, this is the first one. Look at it, lovely orangey colours, proper pristine common. Massive future for this little fish. In a pond full of lots of big ones, I'm sure it will grow very big as well. And let's have a look at the bigger one. Here we go, biggest one of the first bit of carnage since starting the session. Had 2 fish within 20 minutes on the new UCN, which is soon to be released. If I don't know if I have to beep that out or not. If I beep that out, obviously it's not available, but yeah, UCN all the way. There we go. Let's get a couple pictures and then we'll send it back. There we go. £29 4 ounce, just under 30. But nevertheless, great way to start the session. On the UCN, of course, on the hard hookers, soaked in Ultimate E-liquid. Go head over to the website because it's an absolute game changer. Let's get it back. Go on then, bud. So, fresh out the shower, back from work, just to cap off basically this session, finished with the 12 pounder and the 29, followed by bream at about 3 o'clock in the morning. Obviously a bream, the third bite I had on the session just after the 29 as well. So yeah, I'd just like to say thank you for watching this month episode. I hope you enjoyed it. A big shout out to UCN and Carp Particles for helping us get the fish we do on the bank. And yeah, look forward to seeing you on the next month instalment. I'm hopefully getting out this week again, so there's going to be a few more overnighters, so a lot more content, hopefully a lot more fish for you to enjoy. Yeah.